Hi everyone. In today's session we will see about how to take screenshot via Selenium Python. So first we have to understand why screenshots are important while test automation. Taking screenshot in Selenium with Python can be beneficial for several reasons. Whenever a test case fails, having a screenshot of the page at the moment of the failure can provide valuable information about state of the application. By capturing screenshot of specific element or entire web page before and after certain actions, we can compare them to check for unexpected changes or any layout issues. Taking screenshot can also help us while documentation. So when we are documenting the test cases, having a screenshot is beneficial. We can attach screenshot to test report and we can make it easier for team members to understand test results and quickly identify problems. We also perform cross-browser and cross-platform testing. Selenium allows you to automate tests across different browser and platforms. Taking screenshot in each environment can help you verify that your web application behaves consistently across various configurations. So these are the various benefits of using or taking screenshot while the test case automation. So in today's session I will show you how to take screenshots. So we will in general take a screenshot of the entire web page, as well as we will see how to take a screenshot of a specific web element on the page. So now let's go to PyCharm. So now let's see practically. I am going to PyCharm. Let's create a new Python file. I am naming it as screenshotdemo.py. So we have created a Python file. Now what we will do, I am going to copy some code from our previous session. I am just copying the code from our previous session and I am pasting it here. Now what we will do, so we have imported WebDriver module, options class, service class. We have created options class object and we have added experimental option detach value as true. We have also created service class object, and in this we are passing Chrome driver.exe path, that is browser driver exe file path. Then we have passed service class object and options class object while creating the driver instance, so that the browser will open after the script end. That's why we have passed options class object with detach experimental option detach value as true, and we are also passing service class object here. After that we have added some implicit wait of 10 seconds. Then we will open this URL. So we will see how to take screenshot of entire page first. So I am just copying this URL. So what we will do, via script, we will open this web page. We will open this web page and we will take a screenshot of this entire web page. So first we will take screenshot of entire web page, and then I will show you how to take a screenshot of specific web element. So I am just closing this window. Let's go to script. So here we are opening that website. Then we are maximizing the window, because if you want to take the screenshot of the entire window, ideally we should maximize the window. And after maximizing the window, now I will take screenshot. Now for that we have some methods. So I will just use first method, driver dot save screenshot. So this is the commonly used method, driver dot save screenshot. In this method we have to pass path of the location. So we have to pass the path or the location of where we want to store that screenshot. So screenshot will be created in the format of some file, right? So we have to store that path. So if we have to send the path. So if I don't send any path, we can simply, let's say I am simply mentioning it as homepage.png. That is the image file extension. We can provide JPG as well, JPEG as well, any file extension, any image file extension we can pass here. So if you pass like this, it will store the screenshot file as homepage.png in the current working directory. If you don't pass the path, it will by default store it homepage.png as a screenshot in the working directory in the current folder only. So once I run this script, this homepage.png file, which is the screenshot, will be saved in current files, right? So it will be stored in same location as this file star stored. So it will be stored in that location. So now let's execute this file and let's see whether it takes the screenshot or not. So right click and I am just executing this file. So it will launch the web browser. After launching the web browser, it will maximize the window and it will take the screenshot. Now I will just minimize this window and let's see whether the screenshot is saved or not. So in the folder structure, if you see here, if you see this homepage.png, right? So whatever the file name we have provided here, that file is getting created here. So if I click on this file, you can simply see the screenshot. So this is the image file which is created. I am just double clicking on it. So you can see this is the file. This is the screenshot of the page. So this is the web page which is opened and it took the screenshot of that web page. So this is how we can take the screenshot of entire web page. Now here one more thing we can do. I am just deleting this screenshot file. I am deleting this screenshot file. After opening this website, I am just adding some time as well, time.sleep. Let's say 3 seconds. And after taking the screenshot, I am just closing the window by driver.close. Now we have seen that if you provide the direct name here, then it will store it in current working directory. And if I want to store the file in specific folder or let's say on specific location, then we can provide path also. So I am just creating a new directory in my project. I am naming it as, let's say, screenshots. So this screenshot directory or folder which is created now, I can simply copy the path. I am just copying the path reference. I am just copying the entire path. And in this driver.save screenshot method, we can also pass the path like this. We can use 2 times forward slashes or backward slashes. We have to use 2 times. Sometimes it will create problem if you don't use the double slashes here. So now what it will do, so we have passed the path here. So it will save the screenshot on this location. We have to also provide name, right? So I am just providing it, let's say, home page. This time I will store it as, let's say, JPG file. I want to store it as JPG file. So it will store the screenshot at this location, which is inside this screenshots folder. So now let's again execute this file. Currently this screenshot folder is empty. If you see, screenshots folder is empty currently. So now I am just executing this file. It is opening the website. It will maximize the window. Then it will wait for 3 seconds. It will take the screenshot and it store the screenshot. I am just minimizing this. And now if you go to screenshots folder, there is homepage.jpg file. If you click on it, you can see entire screenshot here. So this is how we can use driver.saveScreenshot method, in which we have to pass the path like this. If you want to store it in a specific location, you can directly pass only the file name also, but that will store in our default working directory. And now I will show you one more thing. Let's say instead of using this entire path, I know whether I am working, if I want to store it in the current working directory, what I can do is I can simply import OS package. I can import OS package, and instead of passing the entire long path like this, I can simply use os.get current working directory. So this is the command, or this is the function which will fetch the current working directory. So os.get cwd, that is os.get current working directory. It will fetch the current working directory path. And once we fetch this path, I can simply concatenate it. So let's say I can simply use concatenation operator, that is plus, and then I can provide any location. If I provide directly the file name, let's say homepage, or we can give another name, let's say test screenshot.png file. So now if you see, os.get current working directory will fetch the current working directory path. It will concatenate with this test screenshot.png, that is the file name, and we have to also provide 2 times forward slashes. So now if I execute this file, let's see whether it saves the file screenshot or not. So now I am just launching the web browser. It will maximize the window. It will save the screenshot. If you see now, test screenshot.png file, that is saved in our current working directory. In this location, along with the other files, that screenshot file is also generated. So this is the screenshot of that specific web page. Now we can same action we can do if I want to store it in our screenshots folder. So what I can do, I am just deleting from here. Let's delete this screenshot file, and I want to store it in screenshots folder. So this will fetch the current working directory path, and in this I can simply add, let's say, screenshots. And now if I execute this file, it should store the screenshot file in screenshots folder. So it is opening the website. And now if you go to screenshots folder, you can see the screenshot file is created. So this is how we can take the screenshot of our web page, which is getting opened in the web browser. So we can pass the entire path, or we can simply use os.getcwd to store the screenshot in current working directory, and we can provide the path as per our requirement. Now this is the one method we have seen, that is driver.saveScreenshot. Now along with that, there are some methods related to screenshots. So I am just commenting this method. And now I will show one more method which is similar to what we have seen so far. Another method is driver.getScreenshotAsFile. Driver.getScreenshotAsFile. Now this is exactly similar to save screenshot method. Here also we have to pass, so I am just copying the same path now. Here also we have to pass the path. We can pass the direct path, or we can use os.getcwd as well. Now I am just removing these 2 files so that we will know whether new files are getting created or not. So I am just removing the previous screenshots, and I am using driver.getScreenshot as file. It should store the screenshot as test screenshot.png in this screenshot folder. So now let's execute this file. So I am just executing this file. So it will open the web browser, it will maximize the window, it will take the screenshot, and it will close the window. Right? So now let's go to screenshots folder again. Here if you see, test screenshot.png file is created now. This is the test file. So we can use any one method. We can use save screenshot, or we can also use driver.getScreenshot as file. Both are kind of a similar method. I am just commenting this second method now. Along with this, we have some couple of methods more, but those are not commonly used. So another is driver.getScreenshot as base64. Now what this method will do is, if I go to this method, control, and if I click on this, driver.getScreenshot as base64 will return, it will return the string encoded format. So it will return base64 encoded string. Basically it will return the image in the format of base64 encoded string format. Right? So this will not return entire PNG or JPG files. It will return the data which is in encoded base64 string format. Similarly, we have one more method. So basically this driver.getScreenshot as base64 method will return image in base64 encoded string format. And similarly we have one more method, that is driver.getScreenshot as PNG. So let's see the documentation. So it will get the screenshot, and it will return in the format of a binary data. So this method will return data in binary format. So this method will return the image which is in binary data format, which we have to basically, if you see here, it will be in encoded ASCII format. So we have to decode this data. So this method, this will return current window as a, so it will basically return a data in the format of a binary data. It will returns image data in encoded binary data format. So these two methods we don't commonly use. Most of the times we will use, so this getScreenshot as base64 and getScreenshot as PNG. These two methods we don't use commonly. Normally we will use driver.saveScreenshot and or we can use driver.getScreenshot as file, in which we have to pass the path where we want to store the location. That's it, and it will return the screenshot as we required. These two methods we don't use often. So far we have seen different methods to take the screenshot of entire web page. So far we have seen different methods which takes the screenshot of entire web page. Whenever the page opens, it takes the screenshot of entire web page. Now sometimes, let's say I want to take a screenshot only of the certain web element. I want to take the screenshot of this accept all button. Only accept all button I want to take the screenshot. So we can take the screenshot like in that manner as well. So let's now see. So I am just commenting this code, and now let's see taking a screenshot of specific web element. We can also take the screenshot of specific web element. For that, what we can do is, after opening this web page, I will just identify this web element first. So let's identify this web element. I will just use the ID. If you see this ID I am using, let's naming it as, let's say, button equals to driver dot find element by dot id comma, and we can provide id here. So it will store the web element in this button, and after that I can simply use button dot screenshot method. So what this method will do, it will take the screenshot only of that specific web element, that is the button which we have identified. And again we have to pass the path here. So I will just path of this, let's say screenshots only, or we can simply use this one. We can pass directly path as well. So we are passing the path here, os.get current working directory, and in this I am just passing the location of our screenshots folder. So it should store the screenshot of that specific accept all button. So let's say I am naming it as accept screenshot.png. So now if you execute this script, let's execute this script. It will launch the web browser. It will maximize the window. It will take the screenshot of that specific button and it will close the window. So if you see now, if you see this accept screenshot.png file which is getting created, it is showing the accept all button only. So it took the screenshot only of that specific web element, right? So this is how we can use screenshot method to take screenshot of only specific web element. So we have to first identify that web element and use that button.screenshot method, and we have to pass the path where we want to store that specific file which is created after taking the screenshot. So these are the different methods and these are the different topics which we have seen around taking a screenshot of a file, and especially while creating a framework, how to take a screenshot is very important, because in framework we can create one screenshots folder, and in that folder we can add the screenshots. Let's say whenever the test case gets failed, we can add specific conditions and we can take the screenshots of the entire web page, or we can also take a screenshot of specific web elements. So most commonly we will use save screenshot method, in which we will be passing the path where we want to store our screenshot. We can also use get screenshot as file method as well to take the screenshot, and we can also take a screenshot of specific web elements as well. So this is the example of taking a screenshot in Selenium with Python. So thank you for watching this video. In the coming session, we will see some interesting topics about Selenium.